Hello there, Andrew Hood here. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. I just wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about a bit recently, which is the value of money and the value of time. I was fortunate enough to bump into a friend of mine this morning who I haven't seen for years, and we happened to be staying in the same hotel in a different state. That was very serendipitous how it all happened, so I'm going to make a video to sort of catalogue this moment. And we were talking about who decides what value is, who really understands what something is worth. And from what I can tell at the moment is something is valuable to, it's most valuable to the person who sees it as the most valuable thing. Bear with me, that sounds a little bit strange at the moment. But when I was in real estate many years ago, I used to sell real estate. And we would always say like, well, a property is worth what someone's willing to pay for it. And, obviously as an agent, you were trained to get the best price possible for your client. And, you want to get a good deal for everybody and pull the whole thing together. And so your job was to highlight, the best parts of the property, the potential, the great parts, what it was close to, the amenities, all of those sorts of things, and highlight why it was a valuable proposition, and using that psychology of persuasion to show people what a good purchase it was. And soon enough you would find your buyer, because all of the things, the strengths of that property lined up with what the buyer found value in. So it was valuable to them because that was what they wanted. And so that in essence is how value is established. And then I got to thinking about money. So I say, okay, yes, we decide what is valuable, and value is highly unique and independent. There's no one definition of value per se. Different things are valuable to different people. And so when it comes down to money, a lot of people say, they want more money. I really want more money. That would improve my life. But money doesn't just occur because we want more. Money comes because we trade something for it. We either trade time, time away from family, or we trade social engagements or friendships, or we make sacrifices so that we can either work more, or we can study to become what we need to be and learn the skills we need to learn to become better at the thing we do, or to learn an entirely new craft that is going to earn us the money we want. But then when you've got the money, money's not the thing that's going to drive you. The thing that will drive you is what you want more of after you have the money. So if you have the money, so say you could earn 150 grand, being an on-call doctor, say, and if your passion is medicine and people and taking care of people, and you find all of that fascinating, you want to learn medicine and go down that path, then absolutely, go for it. But if you're only going to be a doctor for the paycheck, and with my experience in the health system, there are definitely some people who shouldn't be talking to patients. It is not a gift of theirs. But that said, there has to be a values alignment with what you're doing. So the job you have and the money you receive, you can't just be in a job for the money and be fulfilled. That's another thing you can sacrifice. You can sacrifice joy, you can sacrifice fulfillment, you can sacrifice time. Lots of things that we do in aid of money, believing that it will fix what needs fixing. But if you decide to work, fly in, fly out in the mines, like a lot of people do here in Australia and obviously other parts of the world, if you want to go and work, ships, cruising out to sea, or in the army. There's sacrifices you make because you want to, do the right thing, and it's a strength, something that you want to do more of, and you are going to build something with the cash you are making. So I find that it helps, to bring all of this to a point, is money is great if you've got something to do with it. I know a couple of people who have earned big money, and all they got was more stressed and less happy, because everything just got harder. You get a new set of problems. Your problems don't go away with money, they just become different problems. But if you have the skills and the strengths to deal with those problems, they're not problems, they're opportunities. But they're things you have to be aware of before you start the journey down that road. There is no such thing as a free lunch, which everybody hears. There's no way that you are going to get a lump sum of cash just dumped on you without some form of sacrifice, without some form of responsibility, and without some form of value that you have to add to the money that you are getting given, or that you are receiving, or you're working for. So for instance, for me, like, I've been fascinated with, psychology over the last couple of years, why people do what they do, and really trying to figure out myself more than anything, because I'm reading this book at the moment by Bessel van der Kolk, and he says, a lot of research is me-search. People wanting to do research on things because they're trying to figure it out for themselves as well. And that comes down to topics that people want to study, but I digress. I could go down the road of studying to be a psychologist and earning good money and doing it that way, but that is a sacrifice of time. And when I look at, my kids now, 14, 12 and 10, and I don't want to be spending all of my free time away from them learning a craft so I can earn more money, even though I'm interested in it. The vision and values that I have for my life mean that in the short term, at least, next 5 years or so, I'm spending as much time with them and I'm being available for them as I can. So for me to earn extra money is going to have to come from another sector, something I already know, something I can learn a little bit more about so that I improve in that area, somewhere that I already have reps in. It's like a muscle that you've been working on at the gym. If you all of a sudden want to be a legs guy, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to work on the legs. But if you've been doing arms for 10 years, chances are you're going to be a lot better at anybody who's working on arms, and you're going to be able to teach someone else how to get to where you are. And that's a skill, and that is a head start on maybe somewhere that you can earn money. So there's a lot of thoughts that are coming out of my head right now, but I just wanted to highlight a little bit of the thought process I've had is, where does value come from? What do you value? And what do you want more of? Because what you truly value, that's why we want the more money. Most people want to work less and have more money so they can spend more time doing the things they like to do. And look, the things you like to do might be working, and that's okay. You might want to work more. You might want to work in a different aspect of your role or of your job or in your industry. If you're an architect, you might want to just be doing drawings, not dealing with all the admin and bookings and phone calls and emails and all of that sort of thing. You can build a business, fill out those roles, work more now until you are in a space where you can work on just doing the drawings and you've got the other stuff worked out. That's fine. It might be that you want to spend more time with your kids. Do you want to take time off at the end of the year around Christmas? Do you want to go on a big holiday every year? Are those things important to you? Write them down, figure them out, and then how you're going to get there. Because the things you write down are more powerful than the things you try to remember, because paper doesn't forget. We might forget where we put it every now and then, but paper doesn't forget. So it's very crucial that you write down what you want, and then what you value becomes the reason why you want money. So money is just a means to an end. It's not some big crucial, as soon as I hit 6 figures, I've made it. Once I have $1 million net worth, I've made it. That's not the game to play if you want to find fulfillment. If you want to find fulfillment, find what's important to you, find out how much money you're gonna need to achieve that, and then have it line up with your visions and values. And that is, from what I can tell and from what I've experienced, the best way to find a fit for fulfillment and money, so that they are running in parallel lines side by side, and you are walking in a purposeful state. You wake up every morning feeling good about the day, and you're focused, you know what you want to do, because it's a means to an end. You're doing the extra time on projects, you're doing the extra time on study, because you have a goal in mind, because it lines up with your vision and values. And money is not your goal. It is the time, and it is a valuable thing that will help you get where you want to go. So that's what what's the day today? Is the 14th of January. So we're literally just 2 weeks into the new year. And I'm thinking about all of this. I'm thinking, okay, well, what's on my list of things I want to achieve? And rather than having them in a wishy-washy list that I never check, start putting dates on this stuff. Start figuring out when you want to do it, why you want to do it, who you want to do it with, how much money it's going to take to do it, and stuff starts happening. That's the power of putting dates on things. So again, there's a lot in this video. I understand that might sound a little bit like rambling, but maybe there's a snippet in there that makes sense to you. And here's me cataloging at the start of the year, bumping into a friend, talking about value, where it comes from, what it means, and where it's going to take you. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate you spending your time here. If you'd like to watch more videos, they're all around here somewhere. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you around the channel. Thanks for watching.